In today's video, I'd like to talk a little bit about backup vehicles. So this is a KLR 650. It's a 2003 model. It's considered a dual sport motorcycle, so you can ride it both on and off-road. This bike has been in production for quite a long time, well over 20 years. It's been used by the U.S. military, the U.S. Marine Corps, and Air Force. Both use the KLR. They have a diesel version of it that burns JP5, and they use it for different missions throughout the military. But this is my backup vehicle. It's a 2003 model. I did a lot of looking, probably for about 6 months before I found this particular motorcycle, and it was in excellent shape. Some guy had it who basically had it in his garage and wasn't riding it. It had sit in his garage for over a year, so it needed a little work in terms of kind of tune up and getting back to a really good deal on this bike. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's got 4,548.1 miles on it. It's got 22.5 miles on it since I purchased it. I think everybody should have a backup vehicle. Some people would call this a bug out vehicle, and that would work if there's maybe one of you, or if you're single, or if there's maybe two of you. But if you're a family, if you have a wife, kids, dog, etc., this is not going to work in terms of a bug out vehicle. My purpose in getting this bike is to have a backup vehicle. With the prices of gas going up, it's really more economical than to drive a Suburban or something around. It is an on-road, off-road motorcycle. It's probably more, I would say, 70% on-road and 30% off-road. You could make it more off-road, but it is a heavy bike. It weighs about 400 pounds. And if you have any accessories on it, tank bags, etc., that's just going to add more weight. Having yourself some form of alternative transportation is really essential to your survival. You know, if there's a situation where the economy collapses and you need to go around and check on your neighbors or patrol your community or whatever, and you want a quick, easy, fast way of getting around and getting that job done, having yourself a dirt bike or any type of motorcycle would really come in handy. If you can't afford a KLR 650 or something comparable to this, that's not a problem. There's a lot of motorcycles you can hit on Craigslist.com, I think it is, or .org. And you can, that's where I found this motorcycle, and there's just tons and tons of motorcycles on there for sale. A lot of them I've seen that are, you know, from the 70s, dirt bikes, like 175s and 350s and 250s, you know, for maybe $300 or $400, and they just need a little bit of TLC, a little bit of, you know, a little bit of work done to them, and then you can have a decent motorcycle. Certainly something to keep in storage for a time. I got a lot of extra parts with this motorcycle. Here's some side boxes that I got that were made out of ammo cans, and they have some handles here. These are, you know, kind of makeshift handles. They're not great, but you know, they're adequate. There's latches on the side here, and this lid, of course, is the top, and it just folds over, and then you can latch it. And it does have a plate here that was bolted on, and it's pre-drilled, so if you have the Happy Trails bike mount that goes on the back, you can just slap that right on the side and bolt it right to the side of your motorcycle. So that was kind of a nice added addition to you know, have if you want to throw these on the side of the bike and go anywhere. You got lots of some other items I got an entire box of, this was like the original skid plate that was on the bottom. Now it has an aluminum one. There's a lot of parts in here. I got these steel braided brake lines, some extra shocks. Here is the Happy Trails bike rack, pannier rack that you can attach to the back of the motorcycle and then hang the boxes on the side of that. So this thing came with it, and I looked this thing up online, and it's at least a couple $100 just for this rack. So again, I think I got a really decent deal. The bike also came with this toolbox, which is mounted on this rack on the back. There is a toolkit in here that came with the bike. I'm assuming it's the one that came from the manufacturer. It's just got some standard screwdrivers and spark plug socket and things like that that you might need if you're on the road. A couple other items that came along with the bike was this floor jack. I know these things are, you know, between 75 and 100 bucks, and this one's relatively new. It's not brand new, but it's pretty close to it, and I picked that up as well. That was included, as well as this air tank. And I know these air tanks are not that expensive. They're maybe, you know, 25 bucks at Walmart or something, but nevertheless, it was included with the motorcycle. Thanks for watching Smart Survival, and have a great day.